Okay, in the previous video, we discussed the communication process. What happens when two people are communicating and what affects the communication. We talked about context. We looked at encoding, decoding, the type of channel you're using. But one thing that we did not look at is noise. Noise that comes into the communication process. An important factor, because this could be a very distracting element that will take either the source or the receiver away from that communication episode. So there's two types of noise that you want to be aware of. We have internal noise and we have external noise. So obviously internal noise is what's happening up here. So, have you ever been speaking to someone and they are just dreadfully boring? And you're trying to pay attention, you're trying to listen, but your mind just keeps going someplace else, or you start to daydream. That's internal noise. Anything inside psychologically that takes you away from that communication process. It could be that you're tired, it could be that you're not interested, it could be that you might have had a previous communication episode with this person and you have a lot of biases against him or her, or you just don't care what they're talking about. External noise, obviously, on the other hand, is something from the outside that comes in. Noise that is projected within that communication process. So the most obvious would be noise in itself. You're speaking to someone and someone at work is running the copy machine and you hear the copy machine and you are distracted by that particular noise. Or your phone beeps and it tells you you have a text and you've been waiting for a text. So you look down at your phone and you again are distracted. External noise. Now, external noise also could be visual. It doesn't always have to be audio. So, you're speaking with someone and they have a piece of broccoli in their tooth. So you're looking at this piece of broccoli and you're thinking about, I wonder what they had for lunch. How did they get the piece of broccoli? Am I going to tell them that they have a piece of broccoli in their tooth? So it's that type of thing. So it could be visual, it could be audio, external noise. So what do we care about this with noise? Well, think about this. If you are in a workplace or even at home and you need to communicate information that's very important, even just communicate anything.
Coffee?
Excuse me?
Oh. Where's coffee?
Oh, okay. One minute. Okay. Good example of external noise that interrupts a communication process. As you can see now, I lost my train of thought. So what were we saying about noise, about external noise, and why do we care about this in the business world? Well, again, you think about what your message is, what you're going to be communicating, and is there going to be noise factors? External noise that's coming into the process. So if there is, you want to go to a very quiet location, an office where there's no distractions. I know when my kids are now in their 20s, but when they were teenagers and I wanted to speak about something that was very important, I turn off all screens, television, music. We would sit face to face and communicate. And sometimes they say in a car is one of the best places to try to communicate with a teenager or anyone because you don't have that many distractions other than the person driving. So think about that with noise. Lastly, I do want to mention channel, okay, because, obviously I talked about face-to-face communication. If we are in mediated communication, which is via computer, texting, email, how does noise come into play? Well, I don't know. Sometimes when I'm online and I'm emailing, my little Facebook icon comes up. Oh, I got a message. Ooh, who can it be? So that would be a distraction. Or sometimes I still have pop-up ads that takes me away from the process.